God bless you for today's video. Well, welcome back to Prophet Francis Kofi's channel. May God richly bless you for another day. On this particular video, I'm going to show you one particular mystery or secret that many people have not been discovered on the subject of fasting and spirituality. You see, many people fast. A lot of Christians, a lot of men of God, or as a child of God, one of the duties of a Christian is to fast. And fasting is more spiritual than the way we consider it to be. Whenever you are doing fasting, you see, let this secret be in you. According to the book of Philippians, it says, let the mind of Christ, Philippians 2 verse 5, let the mind of Christ be in you. Whenever you are attending to fasting, let this secret be in you. If you have this secret, you can manifest the fullness or the full blessing of your fasting. Many of us, we fast and we does not have the full benefit of the fasting, because fasting is more spiritual than the way we understand it, than the way we position ourselves. Fasting is the ability to ignore the flesh and focus on your spirit to meet the divinity or to meet God. So when you are fasting and you do not give attention to your spirit man, for your spirit man to meet God, I am telling you, it is not a fasting. It's an hunger strike. You can just starve yourself. But fasting is allowing your spirit man to meet God, to encounter God, to present himself before God once again. Are you aware that in the book of Job 1, the Bible says, and when the sons of God presented themselves before God, Satan also came. This means that your spirit man must present himself before God in the day of your fasting. Many of us, we are praying, we are fasting, that our attention is not on our spirit presenting himself before God, but our attention is just on the prayers. Our attention is just on the food that we have put aside. No. If you do that, you are going to have a small benefit or profit out of the fasting, because your attention was on only the prayers, on the food that you have set aside. No, that is not where your attention must be in the day of your fasting. You must make sure that your spirit man presents himself before God, because one benefit of fasting is that God uses fasting to cleanse us. He uses fasting to cleanse us. Another benefit of fasting is that God uses fasting to energize our spirit, to empower our spirit. And also, God uses fasting to direct our spirit, So whenever you are fasting, you must make sure that your spirit man, you must put your attention on your spirit man, so that your spirit man can present himself before God. When your spirit man arrives in the presence of God, God will know the exact thing you need to do for your spirit man, and he will do those needs for you. Let me tell you. And when your spirit man is able to present himself before God, God will fill your spirit man. God will energize your spirit man because your spirit man has presented himself before God. God will energize your spirit man because your spirit man has presented himself before God. Don't fast and focus your attention on only the prayers. You can be praying Libra and Dagabo Shalabradebe. That is good. You can be worshiping God. That is good. You can be studying the Bible. That is good. But extend your consciousness from the prayers to God. Extend your consciousness from the worship to God. Extend your consciousness from the Bible to God. I am not saying remove your attention from the Bible. Remove the attention from prayers. Remove the attention from the worship. No. I am saying extend it. When you are praying, put your attention on the prayer, but also put your attention on God to know and to present your spirit man before God. Don't just pray and closing your mind. Don't just reading the Bible and closing your mind. Don't just be worshiping and closing your mind. It means you are not aware of what you are doing. Though you are doing something, but you are not fully aware. So in the spirit realm, they will say that you are not mindful of yourself. You are not in the present mood. Are you aware? You have been praying, worshiping, and studying the word during your fasting days, and you were not conscious of God. You can be praying, but you are not still conscious of God. You can be worshiping, and you are not still conscious of God. You can be reading the Bible or studying the Bible, and you are not conscious of God. Though God is talking to you, but you yourself, you are not conscious of God. Yes, of course. It is 100% true. You can be studying the word and God is speaking to you, and you yourself, you are not conscious of God. Whenever you take the Bible, whether you are fasting or not, whenever you want to pray, whether you are fasting or not, whenever you are worshiping, whether you are fasting or not, you see, don't only worship, don't only pray, don't only study the Bible, but let your attention be extended from the Bible, from the worship, from the prayers to God. Because the prayer is not God. Prayer is not God. Worship is not God. They are channels through which we can meet God, through which we can communicate with God, through which we can hear from God. So if prayer is a channel through which you can hear from God, then this means that your attention must not only remain on the prayer, your attention must not only remain on the scriptures, your attention must not only remain on the song that you are singing. Your attention must be extended from the worship, from the prayers, from the word to God. And how do we do that? That is why I'm about to reveal this secret. If you are new on this channel, do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Prophet Francis Kofi. Please like the video. Please like the video. If you like the video, YouTube has the potential of sharing the video worldwide. Also bring your comment and share the video. Please, you can follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, X, Prophet Francis Kofi. God bless you. You see, how do I extend my attention, my consciousness, my awareness from the prayers to God? Your body, your soul, and your spirit. Your spirit must meet God so that He can receive for the soul, and the soul can give it to the body. And remember that your spirit is grouped into three. Your soul is also grouped into three. And your body is also grouped into three. So it is grouped in the mind, the will, and the emotion. This is the three groups of our spirit, soul, and body. This means that your mind, your will must be the will of God. If you want to achieve the full benefit of fasting. Let your will be the will of God. You see, when you present yourself before God to pray, to fast, to study the word, let the will of God be your will. You see, control your will to choose from the will of God. Don't choose your own will. Let your will align with the will of God in the day of fasting, in your days of prayers, in the day of worshiping. 2, let your full mind be on God. Let your full mind, after you have choose the will of God, position your mind on that particular will that God is trying to communicate with you or give you. You see,